story for the day, guys. Hi, WHOT family. I am a psychotherapist, and I always tell people that marriage can test your sanity more than anything else in life. I am sharing this for families out there to know that it is easier to make heaven being single than being married. Your chances of going to hell are higher once you are married. Okay? I once... Imagine a situation where somebody cheats.
Okay.
No, somebody... Alright. Imagine a situation where somebody gives birth but did not cheat. Yeah. So just imagine a situation where somebody gave birth without cheating and the child is not the husband's. It will shock you guys. I once coached this married couple. The wife had insisted they seek help after their pastor advised it. The husband wasn't so open to the idea at first, but he eventually agreed. I was charging 350k per session. My session fee then was 350,000 and they paid without hesitation. I had no idea what I was about to walk into. I had my first meeting with the wife and I asked her what happened and the reason behind she and her husband's frequent arguments. She said her husband feels she's cheating on him. And I asked if there was any truth to that. I mean, that's nice. That's a nice question. And she said no, she had never cheated on him. Then I asked her for the worst thing she has done to her husband. And she said, I have added sedatives to his food before to make him sleep longer than usual because he wouldn't let me go out with my friends. I screamed, forgetting I was a therapist for a second. You know, you get...
Yes, I'm still.
Wow.
Like, bro, real. So I asked why he accused her of cheating. And she said, her husband believes that 10-year-old boy isn't his because his nose and eyes are different from her husband's own and looks more like a family friend of theirs. As a therapist, I have seen that in most situations like this. As a therapist, I have seen that in most situations like this, the chances are high that the child that is in question is not the father's. Fathers know when the child is theirs and not. If the child is even over 8 years old. Here is where it gets twisted. It gets twisted more than this. He married his wife in 2010 and they spent over 2 years looking for a child. He wanted twins, but it was not forthcoming. He was praying, going for Shiloh and different church programs, but nothing worked. He had always wanted twins, but nothing came. His wife wanted him to get tested, but he refused. His faith wouldn't let him believe anything was wrong. Something fishy, guys. Something fishy. Okay. Meanwhile, his mother and his close childhood friend would often visit with her husband to support and encourage his wife. They brought herbs, prayed, and generally showed her care. Nice one, family. According to him, his wife even suggested he take a second wife to speed things up with childbirth. But before he could even think of it, in 2015, she conceived and gave birth to a baby boy. Hallelujah.
Amen.
He said for years, he tried to ignore a small voice that kept whispering that the boy didn't look like him. The boy's eyes and nose looked more like the husband of that same family friend. But he buried his doubts, telling himself he was only being paranoid.
Okay.
Then in April 2025, after trying for several years, his wife got pregnant again. He was so happy and he started making plans to fly abroad to give birth. Everything seemed fine until that same family friend and her husband visited one afternoon. They were all playing and laughing when the husband of his friend lifted his son, and in that moment, the resemblance hit him like lightning. He said his whole body froze. They play with Piki, go carry out. They just see
Resemblance.
I'm one copy.
Nice.
crazy. He confronted his friend privately later that day, saying the child looked too much like her husband. She brushed it off and told him to stop thinking about nonsense that could ruin two happy marriages. Still, he couldn't shake the feeling. So, without telling anyone, he took his son for a DNA test. Wow. That's crazy. That's some decision there. When the results came out, it confirmed his fear. He wasn't the father. Well, all right. He was so angry and went to confront his wife. And when she denied everything, he went straight to his friend's house to face her husband. It turned into a huge fight that even the police got involved. Definitely. His friend's husband even broke bottle to defend himself, shouting that it wasn't a cheat. I mean, now you not come Jerry, my bro. Anyways, but the police forced him to take a DNA test too. A few days later, the results came back and his friend's husband was indeed the biological father of the boy. Chakam. That discovery broke the man completely. He said he went home, saw the result and smashed their TV in rage. Sorry, man. When his wife realized he knew the truth, she went into shock and premature labor. Even in his pain, he still took her to the hospital. Well done, bro. But here's where the story even gets darker. And there's still darkness more than this. I thought we're done.
Wow,
But anyways,
let's go.
while they were at the hospital, his childhood friend, the same one whose husband turned out to be the biological father, came to see him. She was in tears. He said he was surprised when she apologized, saying it was all a mistake and that her husband didn't knowingly do anything wrong.
Hold up.
What's in you about?
What in you all? What in you all?
Jog baby
Lady
debe.
Gunty were
Jog
confused.
baby debe.
Again, Munkansi.
Fulaniati.
Need oil. According to her, the man's wife had once confided in her about her desperation to conceive. Feeling pity for her, this friend took a female condom she had used with her own husband, preserved it and arranged for the sperm to be used for artificial insemination without her husband's knowledge.
I don't get it. Was the lady drugged? Was she tied down or what?
Apparently, she used a female condom. The female condom goes into the woman. So
yeah.
she had sex with her own husband.
Uh-huh.
And when he finished off, he finished off inside the condom, inside the woman. So the woman took out the condom and preserved the sperm.
Okay.
Our own husband's sperm.
Okay.
And went to do artificial insemination into our friend, like our own friend's wife.
So the friend's wife was aware of what was
Yeah,
happening.
yeah.
And she knew that it wasn't her
The
husband's
two
sperm.
women
We're aware.
were aware.
But the two men were not aware.
The two men were not
Okay,
aware.
now it makes sense.
Shame mad ni. Ha.
Nice one.
Okay. All right.
Okay. Continue. Is that Shoshi Daxi?
Let's see the light at the end of the tunnel, guys.
She no can come and turn it. Never the one.
Let's go.
Go see now.
All right.
Band A.
All right. That was how the woman conceived the first child. And now she was pregnant again. Still with the same man's sperm. Twice. So technically, the wife didn't cheat in the physical sense, but she violated trust on a level most people can't even comprehend. The worst part is that his friend's husband still doesn't know about this occurrence. As it stands, it means that his wife brought him to therapy, likely because she feels it can help him accept the children and not expose her plan with my friend to her own husband. As a therapist, after I finished all he had to say, I just kept opening my mouth saying, marriages need grace. Because how else can someone explain this level of betrayal?
Let me say something. What that woman did is I don't know, is mind-blowing. It's crazy.
Bruh.
But are we forgetting that the husband refused to get tested?
Yeah.
He refused to get tested.
Yeah.
So it is evident that his sperm koledomo.
Yeah.
So
Well, yeah.
if maybe, just maybe he had gotten tested,
And he knew that.
see, it's not completely impossible that the man within himself knows that he has infertile sperm. It's not completely impossible. We can't rule out that fact. Let's now assume that he didn't know. If he had gotten tested, maybe, just maybe, there would have been a solution.
To and
Why didn't you just get tested? Because the woman, at the end of the day, everybody will choose themselves. She chose the means that she could have chosen. That's why I always say that if you're in a marriage, don't allow your partner to say they don't want to get tested. Magba. Keep the sitter. Tell the parents, tell the family members. You have issues with childbearing. My husband doesn't want to get tested. My wife doesn't want to get tested. This is not to excuse what the wife has done, but the wife chose herself.
Yeah.
And I will choose myself too. Why don't you want to get tested? Why?
But nah, I will not excuse her. What she
See,
did, bro.
I'm not excusing. Wait, hold on.
Eh.
I'm not excusing what she did.
Okay.
Because now that other man, self, listen, Eti Jin Sophia, he didn't even know that his sperm was being taken to go and reproduce. But I'm saying that
Crazy.
in that particular village in marriage of the husband and the wife, why did the man not get tested? We cannot rule out the fact that he probably knew that his sperm was infertile and he just chose to play along. We can't rule out that fact. So what the wife has done is despicable. It is oh my God, oh my God, Jesus. But I would say that everybody at the end of the day chooses themselves. The woman chose herself. She can live with the consequences of her action and say, that is what most women want. But that man, maybe if he had just gotten tested, there would have been
You
solution.
would have just known that.
Right?
Yeah, I agree with you on the
agree
fault
with-
of the
yeah.
man. On the
Now,
fault of the
now
man.
we agree on that end. Now let's
But
come.
what do you mean my wife
Now let's
and her
look at
friend
the wife.
brought
That's what
another
I'm saying,
man?
that is terrible. I'm not supporting it. Because
they
now
are
even
great
the
to
man,
terrible.
even the man does
They are
not know. Yeah, no, level
Let us
Oh,
grade
just
the
kill.
terribleness of all actions. Number one, who is less at fault? From the lowest to the
the
highest.
husband of the family friend, the one who sperm.
No,
The one
the
whose
only-
sperm was
the
used.
innocent man.
That's the only
father,
innocent
the
man.
unknown father.
The father.
That one.
And imagine
Then
that
next.
fight could have gotten him to kill someone or to
Right.
even
The
commit a
fault.
crime.
Right.
After
The man
that,
was
we are going to
this
next.
husband
The
was not
husband
ready
next,
to do
Abi.
test, but he was ready for DNA.
Do you understand?
He was ready to go and do DNA, but he was not ready
Yes.
to test him
He said-
himself.
He said he didn't want it to affect his faith.
His face.
His faith in what? Why did you carry faith? Now this is my child.
Now maybe the cousin. Face the camera now. So after the husband that was his sperm was used, the next should be the husband. Should we put him as a?
We can't.
Who should we now put? The wife.
Nobody.
His own wife.
Nobody.
We
All
should
of
put
them are in the
all
same
of them
basket.
in the same bracket.
Yes.
No.
To me,
No.
because let me tell you something. If that man was quick to do a DNA because someone would say this could never have been my child, it's because he knew within himself pé òun ò lè bímọ. And he hid
Okay.
that fact from the wife.
All right.
And the wife chose us. And I'm going to say, everybody, please be selfish about yourself. Choose yourself. The woman chose us because she wants to have children in this life. And the husband has decided to not test himself. If he had tested himself, he would have known that. And from all indications, for him to be sure that the child could never have been his, is because he knew within himself his
was
sperm
not
cannot
fertile.
There was something fishy.
cannot la to become baby. So I'm not excusing what that woman has done. No, don't get me,
Yes.
because of people that always
Irish,
listen to comments.
You have
and not listen to comprehend.
talk about the man. Yes, we agree.
Am I not talking about the woman?
You know, you're speaking about. You know who I'll go to? The wife of the
That was
innocent
master
man.
planner.
Yes. What do you mean? Like,
Chief Mrs. Lucifer. She is the one that.
She destroyed her house, not even the
yes,
husband.
not even the wife.
husband.
Not even the wife.
The
that
friend
got
of.
Already DB by.
I don't
Yes.
care. I don't care.
Guys, who do you think is at fault?
She's
Please.
the one because your husband was not even aware. That's terrible.
You had. What do you mean? You had an intimate session with your
Jesus.
husband, used a female condom.
I feel like,
That's betrayal of
feel
trust.
like-
Wanted
to help
I
her
feel like
friend.
if
Trying
her
to
friend
help her
had
friend.
even
And
gotten
the
like a
friend is
sperm
not even her
donor,
friend.
it would have been better.
Yeah, but she liked the features.
I mean, in another word, Alpha, my friend, come and sleep with my husband.
Not not
Just
even
go straight to the point.
Not even sleep with my husband. There are sperm donors everywhere.
If she wanted that family bond, she be in a family
Yeah.
friend. Just
Fucking
Kukuma sleep, make her enjoy
like
wetin
hello
become pikin
and
na.
this other
Like,
girl story
I think
that
the-
took her friend to
So, yeah,
honeymoon.
honeymoon.
And it ended up with Shukundi Ela like man, mo
I don't
con-
understand. What story is that?
It's trending at the moment.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Yeah, I was-
Best friends to honeymoon.
like took your best friend to honeymoon.
Okay.
Turns out that the husband and the best friend were Shukunko.
Oh, okay. So
And
you
there's a
even took
text
them
tape,
to-
not even story, there's a text.
There's
do you
there
know
are
how- do
videos.
you- do you know how dirty you have to be having
record.
sex with your best friend's husband? And there's a sex like you're recording faces, like that's why I was eating like the coochie and everything, and unprotected sex too. And the sex was very like intimate, like there were moans.
It's okay. Because I don't understand what you are going to now. What are you trying to do? We are not rated 18, please. Children watch us here. Children watch us here. I fight for our under 18 fans. Yeah. All right.
I'm team under
I
18
think
when
for
who
me,
is
I'm
the
going
dev?
All right.
You know that dear, you accept the children, you
All
Which
right.
of the father?
the one that did not do test.
Okay. All right, guys. Please let us know in the comment section what you feel and who you feel is at fault, and what should happen if it was you. If it was you.
Okay, if it was you. If it was you.
Kilo
If
Mashi.
It cannot be me, bro.
Like Yoruba movies, you know, they'll put the camera on your face and I say, Kini Kinshi, Kilo Mashi, Yoruba Joe. What would you do?
Irish is dramatic, guys. All right. Thank you very much for joining us on this particular podcast. And we say thank you to Irish, the big deal, for being the big deal on this podcast.
Oh my God. Thank you so much for having me. You know, it's not easy flying in all the way from London to be here with you guys. It's because
I'm sorry
I
I
respect
stressed
you.
you.
You know, I love you guys so
I'm
much.
sorry I stressed you.
I mean, I had to come in with my private jet, but that's not biggie. I would, fund it and whatnot. It's fine. Thank you for having me.
Yeah.
What is hot?